welcome back to another episode of Harper Living. And today is going to be a really fun episode because it's basically based on our favorite Hallmark holiday, Valentine's Day. Who doesn't love Valentine's Day? I can tell you who doesn't. Sukh does not like Valentine's Day. But recently my husband and I, we went on an amazing trip to New York and we ate lots of good food and drank lots of wine. And I thought to myself, what's more romantic than a really good pasta? And what's more romantic than that is when your husband makes it for you. So this episode is for you ladies to get your husbands to watch and follow along because I have a special guest who is here in the room, who also happens to live here, and who got dressed up for this.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Sukh here.
Hey.
Sukh here. We are going to be making my famous Parppardelle Bolognese.
Let's do it.
Which I make for you probably twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like once a week now.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yep, and you have no idea how much work goes into it.
I do not.
Well, you're going to
But I love eating it,
Yeah.
so that's good.
You're going to find out, my friend. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's get started. First things first, cheers.
Oh, cheers. To Valentine's.
And to pink shirts. Okay, so if you're going to have to cut one whole onion. So we're cutting this guy.
Okay.
Okay, let's just go ahead.
All right.
You're dicing it.
So right from the middle?
Yeah, watch your fingers.
Okay.
Do you want me to get like a fake knife?
No,
Fake
we're
knife
good.
yourself? Okay.
I can do this.
Like a butter knife, like what I give to
Look at
Cameron.
that. Look at that.
What? Okay, let's
Perfect.
leave this one here.
So now we'll go this way. And
No,
we'll
you have to cut the end off.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
You don't need that. We don't need it. Okay, this side too.
All right.
Okay, now dice it.
All right, so
Just like my emotions every morning on Valentine's Day when I don't receive anything, but every year I'm like, this is the year. No, okay. Yeah, you're doing great.
that's good.
Remember, you have to go this way and then you're eventually going to have to go that way. So if all your onions leave the knife here,
Right.
how are you going to... Okay.
I got you. Okay.
You know
Makes
what I mean?
sense. Yeah. Good instruction.
While he is doing that, normally... Okay, that's cool.
Oh.
Don't worry, we don't need any of this. Okay, we're good with that as well.
It's like... That would have been funny.
Now the other way. We got lots of dicing to do, Sukh. This is a bolognese. And
All right,
we don't have
so I go this way?
Yep.
No
we don't
problem.
have a food processor right now because we just moved into our home.
Watch this. No look. See this?
Don't do no look.
Okay,
Don't do no look.
Okay.
You have no
right,
fingers
all right.
if we do no look.
All right.
Okay, so we just moved into our home and I don't know where half of our things are and I don't know where the food processor is. So we're gonna have to process this ourselves. Like,
All right. Look at that dice job. Though. It's pretty good. Huh?
very good. You're also gonna have to dice a carrot and lots of, well,
that's a celery. Yeah,
and lots of
celery.
carrots.
Okay.
Okay, let's put this aside. Good job. Let's keep going.
Should we same time?
Yep. No.
Yeah. No. One at a time.
You know what? Why not?
Where's the fun in that?
Just go nuts. Because your girl, with the magic of television, has already done all the hard work for you.
Oh wow.
Like trophy wipe to the
This
rescue.
is just props right here.
Yeah, but do you see this?
Yeah, these are way thicker than that.
Yeah, you have to make that look like this.
For what?
It's a bolognese.
Okay, so how do we do that? We just gotta keep going.
Chop.
All right.
You gotta Sukh on it.
All right. Let's go. Hyper speed.
Yeah, hyper speed. Turbo it.
All right. Okay, then we just go
Yeah,
nuts.
go
Okay.
nuts. I want to see you do this. They're literally the same size.
There's got to be a more efficient way than this.
Okay. So, what you could do is just go.
Ah. Not bad, not bad. Isn't there a food processor we can stick this in or something?
No, I was just saying, because you listen to me so much.
It's too focused.
I even said to him, Sukh, on this date, on this time, we are going to do a Valentine's Day episode for Harper Living. He's like, yeah, got it. Sukh, on this time, and we even talked about it. Cole, do you remember when we're going to make a warm potato salad? We're going to do all that. Well, this morning, that day came. And I said, hey, are you going to be ready on time? For what? Our episode that we're doing. He's like, oh, I'm not doing that. I didn't agree to it. I was just nodding along like normal.
Yeah, I never thought it really happened.
Yeah, and like our marriage, here he is, doing it anyways. with a smile on his face. Okay, I'm not gonna let you do this because we don't need to, because we have it right here. We have enough. So this is the minus Sukh's little chunky piece. The texture of how you want your celery, your carrots, your onions, very finely chopped. And if you have a food processor, go ahead, throw it in the food processor, make your life a little bit easier. I like to chop everything because I just like to get my rage out, you know, I'm frustrated a little bit. Why not chop it out? Okay, Sukh, here, while we're doing this, you're going to get the garlic out of there.
All right. So, we're just cutting it down the middle?
No, you're supposed to smash it on here until it comes apart.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. No, with your hand. You take your hand and you smash it on the board. Yeah.
No, you don't.
You don't know how to
You
do
need a tool for this.
No, you don't.
What? Hold on. There we go.
I was joking, but that's awesome.
It just works.
I literally made that up.
I figured.
I thought I saw someone do it. So as we were on our flight, we watched
Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci, something Italy, takes Italy. And he goes around Italy and he goes and visits all like the child places where he grew up and also all the 20 regions of Italy, and basically visits like the famous chefs there and like these little villas where they teach him how to make their signature dish. I was starving. And anyways, my like obsessive compulsive, not disorder, but behavior made me come home and I bought all of his cookbooks. And now, every time I make pasta, I literally channel Mr. Tucci?
Yeah.
Stanley. I literally channel him and I'm like, well, how would he make it? He would literally do the no look and be like, with a little bit of love and a little bit of that.
So basically we smash and then we dice.
Yeah, smash and dice.
Right.
While I'm doing this, love, can you get our oven thing on?
Sure.
Our oven thing. Our stove top going.
Do you want water in this first?
Nope, no water. We're gonna do olive oil. And we're not gonna do extra virgin olive oil because anytime you use extra virgin olive oil, that's basically for eating it fresh, like on a salad or, you know, like a salad, or anytime you're gonna, take this out of here. If you're ever cooking with olive oil, you wanna use regular olive oil because that has a higher burning capacity? Burning point.
Smoking point.
Yeah, that has a higher smoking point. So what I'm doing now, Sukh, is I'm smashing them so we can get them out of their peel here.
Okay.
And once you do that, then you chop them down. So, peel gone. And we love a lot of garlic in our family. So we're gonna use the whole garlic clove. And you'll notice that's a lot of ingredients. And there's only 4 of us that live in this household. So why am I making so much food? I personally, if I'm gonna be slaving over a sauce all day, I'm not gonna be doing it every week. So I like to buy in bulk. A is cheaper. And make my food in bulk so then I could freeze it later on. And the next time we have an easy meal that we have to just pull something out of the freezer, my pasta will be ready in 20 minutes. Life hack right there.
Good to know.
Mom hack. You don't care that I do that, right?
No, it actually works out well. When you freeze the pasta, freeze the meat actually, then you can just make it easily the next day, so it's good.
And when I was going to Toronto to teach our master class, I left you a whole bunch, didn't I?
You sure did.
And did you make it?
I did.
Really?
It worked out well.
How did you do it?
You defrost the pasta meat.
How do you defrost
I
it?
put it in the fridge for 1 full day.
So you take it out the night. You take it out the night before.
Correct.
Okay.
And then you defrost over 24 hours, and then it's ready to go the next day. And you boil some pasta, and you're good to go.
And remember what I said? If you forget to take it out, what else can you do?
You can microwave it.
On the setting
Of defrost.
Whoop! He listens, people. He listens. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop this real fine. Sukh, while that pot is heating up, do you want to put some olive oil in there for me?
Sure.
It's right there. That's the guy we're using. And you don't have to chop this up super fine either, because with my bolognese, you're going to be cooking it for 2 hours plus. If you have more time, the longer you let it simmer, the better it actually tastes. Sometimes I'll start making this in the morning, and once I let it sit there for an hour and a half, I'll even put it into the oven, in this Dutch oven, and let it just simmer and stew and break down, and all of this will be nice and dissolved, and the meat tastes so good too. It's just absolutely delicious. Okay, that looks good. A whole head of garlic. So, sorry, I forgot. we have to put our pancetta, which is the bacon.
Lots of good stuff right there.
It is the good stuff. We're gonna go ahead and put that in a hot skillet and let it kind of brown and get crispy. And I like to do this on high heat so then you could get all like the crispy edges off the pan and it goes into our sauce. So I'm just taking my pancetta off. You could get this at any like local butcher. But I just got mine at Save on Foods. Sukh, I need you to chop this up real fine.
Okay.
So like dice. We want like little cubes of it.
So in this pile, start dicing?
Yeah. So normally when I go to my butcher, I ask them to slice it a little bit thicker. So when I am cutting it, it's almost like a cube. But this is okay if they make it thin slices like this as well. Regardless, pancetta's pancetta. It's a great thing. I should stop talking like this.
Yeah. Is this fine enough?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, while Sukh is cutting that up, I'm gonna come over here and I'm just gonna drop some oil into my hot Dutch oven, and I'm gonna start. Whoa, watch my finger. Throwing that in there. You did it up a lot now, right? Look at you. And normally you don't even have to actually add oil because the pancetta is gonna release a lot of oil. It really is. Maybe you shouldn't do that. But I really like to cook it in oil so it speeds up the process. Look at it, it's getting nice and brown. So can I get the rest in here? You put that just a bit. Perfect. So can you do me a favor and get me about a tablespoon of butter? I'm going to throw that in here as well. Because then that way the butter won't burn because it's with the oil. And my pancetta is nice and crispy. It's right here, honey. You're going to have it out.
Okay.
It's the dish that says butter.
Normally not here. Good enough?
Sure. We need a lot more than that. Yeah. Perfect. That's a lot more.
Looks like it. It's a tablespoon, to be fair.
Okay. Can you grab our garlic, our onions, our carrots, and our celery and put it in here? And why am I doing this before you?
The whole thing at once?
Whole thing at once.
Sweet.
Go ahead. Throw it all in there. I know this is a little excessive, but like I said, I like to cook large batches of this so I could put it into Ziploc bags and put it in freezer so that I could probably have this 2 more times. And you just stir, honey.
Alright, it's the easy part.
Stir.
It looks really colorful, which is pretty cool.
Sorry, I like to clean as I go. We are going to reduce that until the onions get nice and caramelized, until you can start to see the carrot kind of break down where it's not so hard or structured and it almost becomes see-through, like opaque. No, translucent. This is going to take some time.
Okay.
I also am very impatient in the kitchen. If I were you, I would put it on medium heat and kind of let the aromas and, you know, the juices and the waters do this thing. Like, cook slowly. Always try to cook slowly. I can't. I'm very impatient. I have it on crank on high. I want to get this going. You're doing good. We don't have to consistently stir this because we do want it to get a nice golden brown at the bottom. So, like, do this. Let it kind of... There we go. Every minute, we're going to stir it, okay?
Sweet.
You can even cover it now. You did it!
And we're done?
No,
Oh,
no.
shoot.
No. Okay, so let's talk about our beef. What I normally like to do is get like a beef chuck or beef shoulder or a fattier part of the beef, and I just take it to my butcher and get them to grind it up for me. You could buy it like that as well. Yesterday when we got in, my butcher was closed, and with the magic of television, I couldn't do that, you know, mom life. I just went to Save on Foods and I asked them, do you have like a beef chuck? And they're like, yeah, we do, but then they grinded it for me, but they made it into little beef patties, which is fine. So they're like burger patties. I bought 3 of these, so really you don't need a whole lot. If you go to Harper Living and you download the PDF recipe card, if you're going to be serving a family of 4, I'll have the exact amount of grams that you need to purchase.
So why do you prefer that type of meat?
Oh, because it's fattier. If we just use ground beef,
the flavor more?
yeah, even if, let's say if you can't find a chuck or a shoulder or something that's a fattier part of the cow, you could just get ground beef. Just don't get the extra lean or the lean ground beef. Just get the regular fatty ground beef. I really like the way that chuck tastes. It just is juicier. It breaks down once it cooks. It's almost like breaks down when you're eating it. It's just so flavorful, you know.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of melts in your mouth. What we could do is now we're going to throw this in there, Sukh. I would like you to take our chuck and just throw it in there.
Just chuck it in?
Chuck it in.
Sweet.
That was a dad joke.
Chuck it in. Oh, you chucked the chuck in. I didn't even get it. You're so funny, Sukh. That's what she said. No, that wasn't a good one. It was not applied right.
Okay, so should I stir this up?
You are going to ground it up.
All right, so
break,
just kind of...
Yep, break it down.
All right,
honey.
let's do it.
I love how you're cleaning as you go. It trains you well.
You'll have a good clean workspace.
It's not a fire hazard, that's for sure.
I'm going for a jab technique here. A little.
Is that the cobra?
That's
is
the
that the no
technique we're
look?
going for here, yeah.
You want to do the no look technique on this one?
Like,
Remember when you did my makeup the one time and you did the crane?
yeah.
Is this what that is?
Exactly, that's what
The
it is.
crane? Okay. I don't know if you guys watched this, but years ago, Sukh and I also, the first time he ever was on camera with me is when we did Instagram Live. I'm going to try to find it. It was probably the funniest thing I've ever done in my life. We just went on Instagram Live and he did my makeup, but I ended up with blue smoky eye, hot pink yellow lips, lashes that were glued onto my eyebrows, and yeah, it wasn't a hot look. I looked very unique.
That was pretty good.
But yeah, you were very funny. And
You were colorful, that's for sure.
Yes. The funny thing is, you thought concealer was foundation, and you thought foundation was lipstick. So it was fun.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. So I just want you to make sure that all of the celery, everything's combined. So see those
so get it on
corners?
there, yeah.
Yep. Do the roll and tuck. The folding technique. Yep.
I was too focused on the grounding of it.
You want to mix it all up.
So you gotta mix it up, all right.
Yeah. What we're gonna do now is while he's doing this, I'm gonna take a can of tomato paste. You could use tomato paste that comes in a tube. You could use one of these guys. This is just regular tomato paste. I wanna drop that in there pretty soon. I'll open it so it's ready to go. And if you have any leftover wine or wine that you're drinking, it doesn't have to be good wine. We're gonna put that in there as well. So anytime I never finish a bottle of wine, and I know in a week or two I'm going to be making pasta.
That's pretty good, yeah, admit. For a first timer?
It is.
Yeah.
You grounded the ground beef very well, which was already grounded for you.
Still.
Yeah, you broke it into chunks.
There you go.
So what I'm going to do now, Sukh, is I'm just going to let this kind of cook, but not completely. I'm going to shut the lid. Can you make sure, again, the whole surface area of the pan is, yep.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, we're good. And it's not gonna burn because we have so much oil and butter and the fats releasing from our fatty beef. So it could sit there for a minute or two, and then what we are gonna do
Just drink some more?
we're gonna dance. Drink and dance.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna open that. Oh yeah, see all that?
Oh, wow.
Do not get scared. The fattier the better. We're gonna need all that because we're gonna be making our own sauce. We're not adding canned tomato sauce to this. I'm not even gonna add canned tomatoes. We're gonna just add chicken broth. You could use beef broth, but I'll get to that in a sec when I get there. So I'm just gonna pour my, this is like that 1 ounce of wine, just an ounce. Then you're like, oh. So I probably put 2 cups in there. I'm gonna let that now, the alcohol of that evaporate, and I'm not gonna shut the lid. I'm just gonna let it do its thing, cook in the wine and evaporate.
So there's a certain type of wine you should be using?
Not expensive wine. You're just evaporating the alcohol anyways. I would probably use, I like a sweeter wine, like maybe a Shiraz. I would probably use that. Just because we're not adding sugar into this, and that whatever wine.
But it should be red wine.
It has to be red wine.
Okay.
Do you like how when I talk, I always answer into the camera?
It's good, yeah.
It's not like we're really having a conversation or anything. So while that's doing its thing, Sukh, I want you to take this whole can of tomato paste. Tomato paste, not tomatoes. It's not tomatoes, nothing, just paste. The whole thing
chuck
goes
it in?
Yeah.
Chuck it into the chuck?
Yep. Chuck it in with the chuck. You know Indian moms, because they don't ever use the whole can of tomato paste, what they do is they just freeze the rest. So every time I would ever, at my house, have a can of tomato paste, I'd have to crack through it and be frozen.
Okay.
You don't have those memories because you never cooked with your mom.
That's true, I don't. But so, do you want to put water in this and get the rest out?
That's a very Indian thing to do.
There you go.
And yes, of course we do. We don't waste anything in this whole house.
There you go.
Turn it on the screen. Nobody can see this. But yeah, you take it all in. Okay, so can you stir that up for me, love?
Yep.
And then we are just gonna take regular chicken stock, chicken broth, put one whole. I'm gonna use 946 milligrams, which is one container. And this is, after this, we're kind of gonna add a couple more ingredients and set it and forget it. We're just gonna let it simmer. The tomato paste is what's gonna give it that red color.
So that's all the tomato paste you need?
Yep, for this amount.
Really?
When you're cooking for a family of 4, it would be half that can.
Oh, really?
The paste is very, see, look.
So that's interesting. So that much paste is going to give that much color.
Yeah, because it's a condensed, right? It's a paste, it's not crushed tomatoes.
Interesting.
But once that breaks down, you do probably break down the paste. I could see the clumps.
Okay, so you want to break all that
Yeah.
down.
At this point, we're gonna take 2 bay leaves. Okay? Digifoods plug. They're a Reds. 1. I'm gonna do 3 actually. I really like the taste of bay leaves. Throw it in, stir it in.
Stir it in, okay.
We're gonna add our salt and pepper. Let's see. Here you go. I know you can't resist.
Yeah, but
I knew
is
it.
this the technique? Is this the technique?
Don't put it on your sleeve,
You catching
Sukh.
this? You catching this?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But then now you just
That's
contaminate.
the first timer right there.
You contaminate it all. So a little bit more salt. Okay. Some pepper. Okay, let's be real. I can't do that forever. So I'm just gonna take out our Indian dish right here. Okay. Boom. A lot more pepper. And you can add chili flakes if you really want to. It all depends. I feed my kids with this and they hate spices.
So how do you know how much salt and how much pepper to use?
You have to go on Harperliving.com, go to the recipes, download the PDF, and it'll all be there. Unless you're me, you just guessed it.
So yeah, so I noticed you're not really cooking with any sort of
Do
like.
I ever?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's pretty interesting. Because if I were to do it, I would have actually used the cups and the measuring
But
spoons.
eventually, Sukh, when you cook every single day, you just understand how much you need.
All right.
You know? Oh, we need nutmeg. Let's go get some. Oh, you're all. Nutmeg is here. And we're just gonna do, Sukh, you wanna grind some nutmeg for me? Okay, do not take any of your skin off.
Okay.
Okay? You're just gonna back and forth, okay?
Simple, easy
Simple,
peasy.
easy. Just like his parma. When I emphasize do not take any of your skin because it's very close to that, you're gonna keep going.
Ah.
See? Fallo. Callo cam. Bandeto. Okay, I will do this part for you.
What's about to happen?
You don't
Can't
want
always
to-
be perfect,
Yeah.
right?
How much nutmeg? It's honestly, this is just personal preference. A little bit goes a long way. I usually, for this much sauce, I go about half of this nut. That's what she said. It's a mom joke right there. Okay. Can you stir that for me, love?
Sure. So what does the nutmeg do for this dish?
It gives it like a nutty flavor. It's very mild, but it does, at the end, it all comes together. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna reduce the heat just a bit to medium high and cover it and let it simmer for at least an hour. If you have 2 hours, even better. If you have 4 hours, stick it in after an hour of simmering in here, stick it in the oven at about 300 degrees and just even at 275 and let it just go for as long as you got. See you soon. While we are waiting for our sauce to, you know, slowly come to its perfection, we are gonna boil some pasta. So Sukh, you are gonna boil some water. You think you can handle that?
I don't know. It's
Okay, let's
tough.
do it.
Sounds tough.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Right on!
Oh my goodness. Should I use this?
Yes, you
Instead
did.
of that?
You did. So my husband does not know why we have this. He thinks it's, but I use it all the
No,
time.
I know we have it, but it's silly. So.
No, it's not silly.
Okay.
Do you know how hard it is to carry water from there to here?
Such a far distance. I mean,
In today's age,
you save so much time by just filling it
Yes.
up here instead of 5 feet that way.
you got aesthetics, okay? Look how beautiful it's an accessory.
Okay, how much water would you like?
You're going to the top, honey.
All the way to the top?
Yep.
Holy.
Are we doing Parppardelle because I said Parppardelle, or do you want like rotini?
I said we pepper it up.
Pepper it up. Okay.
Let's go.
That should be good. Okay, in this water, you are going to salt it.
Okay.
I allow you to salt it one more time.
And the salt is right here.
Are you kidding me?
Right here.
Yes. A lot more.
No salt this time.
A lot more. See?
Way more?
Yeah, like, let's see. Yeah, more than that. We're gonna add olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, because I don't like my pasta sticking together. You could add butter in here as well, but olive oil's right there. And then you're just gonna put it on high heat so the water comes to a boil.
Like that? Do the technique here.
There's the
Look at
technique.
that.
Well, we're good.
That looks good?
Yeah, I think you nailed the technique.
It's cool. Cool. Bottle
Okay.
juice.
You probably didn't even know we had that. So let's put this guy over there and
Okay.
let's bring it to a boil. I love that song. You could literally like dance to music.
Yeah, you can.
So some people do like basil in their bolognese. I don't know. I vary from every time I make it. Sometimes I'll just take a couple of leaves and I'll let them simmer in there. Sometimes like I don't really feel like a basil sauce. Do you feel like basil?
I say we go for the basil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to take
It's
some
huge
leaves,
difference.
leaves off. Okay. Aesthetically, I have this for show.
Of course.
Every week.
Of course.
Monday it comes. So if you are
As
gonna
are most things here, for show.
if you are gonna take the basil off, I need you to take it from the back end. Okay.
Okay.
This side can be naked,
Oh,
but
I see.
Okay.
Okay. Like a Christmas tree.
Yes.
What a Christmas
Like
tree
it.
is.
I
Okay.
want a Christmas tree. It. Go.
All right.
No, what are you doing?
We're gonna put the basils in the water.
Why?
That's what you
It
said.
goes in the sauce, honey.
Oh, okay, of course it does. It's
Okay.
jokes, right?
Get you. In the back.
This is the back right
This
here.
is the back. I moved it for you.
Oh, okay.
Start from the bottom.
Oh man, I literally didn't listen in.
Remember, it started from the bottom. Now we're here. A lot more than that, honey.
I know, but just for now.
Yes. No. I'm gonna let you just pick all these little guys up. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, no, you get at it.
Okay. Then you're gonna not. No. We're gonna chop it. We're gonna chop
Oh, we're gonna chop it up, of course.
it. Okay. How you're gonna chop it is you're gonna take it. You're gonna roll it. I like to even leave the little bit of the stem.
It
'cause
smells great, actually.
Right.
Mhm.
So you're gonna roll it up, and then you're gonna.
Okay.
Here's a fresh new knife for you.
All right. So I'm gonna just roll this up.
Roll it.
A little rolly roll.
This is a PG show, and I know kids are watching, but yet you roll it.
So
You
lame.
know, like-
That's so lame.
Nobody gets it. Cut. That was like
Yeah,
weed.
no, we get it. It's just
Oh.
lame.
Okay.
Judges, lame.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing with this. You don't want to do that
Oh,
because basil has oils. If the more you chop it, you're releasing the oils onto the cutting board. You just want to lightly chop and throw it in there.
okay.
So with basil,
oils
you don't
this
want to.
time.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to do that. See,
Of
look.
course,
Can you
of
smell it?
course. Yeah.
Okay, open the lid, honey. Let's do this. Let's also check on our meat.
So hold on a second. Safety first, of course, right?
What a rookie! You have to go get a glove.
Oh, let's get on your shirt.
No, it didn't. Into the sauce it goes, and we're just gonna stir it, because see, all the water comes to the top, the beef and the vegetables go to the bottom. So every, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, just give it a stir and cover it again. But you see how it's reducing a lot already?
I did notice that right away.
So if you have any Parmesan rinds in your fridge left over, now is when you want to chuck it. And I'm going to grab some. I'm just going to cut mine off. Let's just pretend like I used it and saved it. Throw it in there.
Whoa!
Why'd you make me do that? You chucked me too much.
That's like over.
We just got our house painted, Sukh.
I know.
Can we just pretend like you did that one?
That's a tough one.
It's a really tough pill to swallow. Okay, can you cover it for me, love?
Sure.
If you had done that, I would have lost my mind.
That's a rookie move, though.
Okay, now we wait. Is there pasta boiling? Or the water boiling?
It is not.
Okay. What's that saying? It's like watching water boil?
Paint dry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it's been about 20 minutes. Ideally, this is when I wanna, oh, that smells so good. Cole, can you smell that? Yeah.
Smells good.
So liquid's at the top, we're just gonna mix it all together, but you see how much that's reduced? The sauce is already pretty thick, but that's how you want it when you're gonna do a bolognese. At this point, if I wasn't gonna be serving this, which I am gonna be serving this for television, we can't stay here for 4 hours filming, but it'll still taste good. At this point, I would just add about another cup or 2 of water, shut the lid and put it in the oven, but it's good to go now too. Honestly, I already know this is gonna taste great. While this is just I'm gonna let it simmer just a little bit longer. I know I could see that my water is already boiling. Yep, we're gonna throw our pasta in. I'm just gonna do some parppardelle. You could use any kind of pasta that you want. And I really like my pasta al dente, so be very careful. You don't want this to sit in water for very long. 7 to 10 minutes max. Okay, we're just gonna cover that completely. Okay. And we'll come back, check on this in like about 7 minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull out my bay leaves and my rind. And then look at this, look how nice and thick this sauce is. Like, beautiful. Like I said, if you feel like this is not enough sauce for you, you could add a little bit of chicken broth or just a little bit more water. I'm gonna keep going, but now we gotta find that rind. I saw it, there it is. It's literally reduced to nothing. Beautiful. We're gonna shut this off because I'm happy with that. And my pasta looks like it's, you could taste it if you want. You kind of want it to be like just a little undercooked because I'm gonna cook it with the sauce all together one more time. I like to mix my pasta noodles with my sauce only because then the noodles absorb all that sauce and they taste 10 times better. I'm gonna take about half a cup to a cup of water of my pasta water out. And let that sit there because we're gonna need that. Oh, welcome back. Hi.
Miss me?
Yeah, put these on.
Oh, wow.
Okay, drain this,
Nice.
please. Thank you. So I just need you to drain that into the sink.
No problem.
And then what we're gonna do.
I love these gloves, eh?
Actually, you know what? Let's drain it into this. Okay, go ahead. My sink is gross. You are not allowed. Nope. 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 Okay, we're gonna drop this back into there. Maybe put your hand underneath so the water doesn't drip on our clothes.
Okay, like this?
Yep. There you go. Drop it back in there. I'm gonna grab a ladle.
Put it in?
Yep. And you, my love, sir, in the sink, are just gonna take some sauce and throw it in there. And we're gonna mix it all up. Maybe what we should do is move. Can you pick that up and put it right there?
Right.
Yeah. Now, can you just ladle this bolognese? Oh, look at that, right on top. I like how I said, can you just?
No, you're doing a great job.
Look at this bowl, and look at from all of that liquid, how much it's reduced. Oh, it's so good. Before you taste it. That's about enough. I don't like it too meaty. And we're gonna mix it all up. So love, can you mix that all up?
Why do you use these things? Oh, I get it. Answer my own question.
Why?
Because nothing gets things stirred in pasta like a couple big forks. Right?
That's not even funny.
Right?
Yep. That's great. Okay, so if at this point I felt like we needed a little bit of pasta water, I would add it in, which I do think we just need a little bit, not a whole lot. Go ahead, Sukh. Keep stirring it. All that's gonna do is, as it sits there, is just gonna keep it nice and creamy. Makes it a little bit saucy too. And then what you can do, love, is grab your gloves and you're gonna pour it right onto our pasta dish. So this pasta dish is my favorite pasta dish, and this is from our Harper Living X Elise Bedreau collection, and it's handmade in Halifax, and every single one of these is handmade with love. It's unique, it's one of a kind, and there's no bowl that's like the other. How beautiful that is. And I love serving my pasta in this because anytime we ever host, once it's all in here, I just pour the Parmesan on. It looks beautiful, and everyone, while we're sitting around a round table, we could just feast. Okay, lover.
There we go.
Right in the center. Oh, that looks so good.
Look at that form though, right? That pouring form? Mm-hmm. Solid.
So good. Are you dying to try this?
I am actually.
Okay, now you're just going to take some parm and sprinkle it right on top. We're almost done.
All right. So you want to use a gentle technique here. Look at this. Look at this back and forth, huh?
Can you please get it on there? Everywhere. Shave it right on top. And we love a lot of parm in our family. And the boys love a lot of parm. Oh, that looks so good. And there you guys have it. Just like that. You made this.
I did. I did it all myself.
All of it, right? You put it back there. Thank you. A little bit more parm and Sukh, because we do have company coming over. A little bit of garnish from the back.
Oh wow, look at that. That
And
just
then
changed the
we're
game
just
right
gonna
there.
dig right in because this is so good. But before you do that, you have to put this on like you're a real chef, like you did this,
Right.
all this hard work. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. You don't have to wait for me, love.
Okay.
It's not like we have to fake it for television. Oh, I want to get it.
I make really good pasta. Right?
That is so good.
I know.
I'm not even saying that.
I
You
know.
have no excuse now, Sukh.
I just made this.
I know. I want this like every week. You guys, that was super easy to make. It wasn't that hard. Yes, it is a little labor intensive, if I might say so myself, just because if you let it cook for the 2, 3, 4 hours. We let this cook for 1 hour max, and I think it tastes just as good. Maybe my method of slow cooking this, it's all BS, who knows, but this is so good. Love it. Before we forget,
What's up?
happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, thank you so much. What is this?
I don't know.
Well, let's
Open
take
it.
a look.
You know how I always say I'm so thoughtful and I listen to everything you say?
Hey. Oh, okay, so it's my watches.
Yeah!
Oh, very cool.
When we were traveling, he didn't
That's
have a
awesome.
place to put his nice watches. So I was like, okay, we need to have one of these. So
Oh, sweet.
there you go,
Oh, thanks.
on our Amazon store. I love you.
Your gift is coming, I swear.
Thank you for doing this.
All right. Love you too.
Stay tuned for the next video. Leave your comments down below. Like our children always say, hit subscribe. And we'll see you at the next one.
Thanks a lot.
I am. You have to grab the end.
Okay.
This is what's done, okay? This is Lady in the Trap.
Oh, God.
Oh, bad.
Oh, get out of here.
Put it back in your mouth right now.
No.
That's what she said.
Or eat it!
I saw your face.
This is the story of our life.